Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of the G Fam. I'm gonna do a get ready with me slash story time of my pregnancy. I've always wanted to share it. A lot of people always ask me, how did it happen? Was it planned? How was your labor? When I got pregnant, me and Ruben, we had been together for about 4.5 years. Before I got pregnant, we weren't together. We were always on and off. I got pregnant in the end of August. In July, I was like, hey, it's COVID. I was like, we should take a trip to Puerto Vallarta. Let's have it. And he was like, yeah, I'm down. So we have everything, and we got a really nice hotel that was all inclusive. We didn't really go out. We did activities there, like jet ski. We just stayed at the restaurants there, went to the gym, the pool, the beach. When we were in Puerto Vallarta, I went through his phone and I saw things I didn't like. And I didn't make a big deal because we weren't together, but I saw this and this and this, and I don't want to keep hurting each other. Like, we shouldn't see each other anymore. It's just best for everybody. And it's kind of like, okay, I understand. August comes and we hadn't seen each other for like 2-3 weeks. And he shows up one day to my house at night. And he's just like, hey, like, let's have a baby. Like, I want to move out with you. Like, I want to like, be serious. And I was like, what are you talking about? We're not even together. We've gone through a lot of things and we are not stable enough to throw our lives away and everything and have a baby. And then like the next days, you know what happened? And then 2 weeks later, I'm working and my blood sugar levels went down. And for those who know me, I am not somebody who gets sick or is delicate. I never get dizzy. Or then I was like, I told Ruben, he's like, no way. He's like, we'll take a test. And I bought like 3 different tests because when we planned it, I saw a bunch of YouTube videos on like pregnancy, and flash forward, they were all positive. And it was literally like 2 weeks later and I was like, oh my goodness. I am super fertile. I was kind of in shock. I told Ruben right away because he already knew we were trying. I told him, and the next person I told was my brother. He's like my best friend and somebody I really trust. So my brother wasn't living at my parents anymore. He was with his girlfriend. He was happy, but he cried for hours. That he was just crying because I was young and he didn't know what was gonna happen. He was kind of scared for me. Yeah, we kept it a secret for a while. So October came and my birthday was October 14th. So you know what, Ruben, I don't want to tell my family until like after my birthday because I don't want to ruin my birthday. And he was like, Sammy, you have to tell them. By this point, he had already told his parents. And his mom was kind of disappointed because we were never together really. So then my brother was like, Sam, you have to tell mom. And I was like, no, are you crazy? He's like, I'll go with you. We'll go. I'll take my girlfriend. We'll go to eat and then we'll tell her there. We go eat to Applebee's. And I was like, get a drink. And I was like, oh, I can't drink. She's like, why not? And I was like, Mom, I'm pregnant. I had never seen my mom get this red in her life. She got red and she was furious. And she was just like, pendeja. Cussing me out. Not like out loud, because we were in public, but she was so mad. I rebelled against her because I felt really bad. Me and my mom are really close, and we had gotten super close. My teenage years, like, we were just so close, and she was very disappointed. We didn't talk for like 2 weeks, and every time she would talk to me, she would just cuss me out, so I would just try to stay away from her. Anyway, I had my first appointment with the doctor. She came with me. So here and there, she started like becoming more nice and like, oh well, She was still giving me that cold shoulder. So I did not tell my dad. And I'll get into that, but yeah, so that was how I told my mom and my brother. And me and Ruben were living together. Like, he was at his mom's, I was at my mom's, and he was working, I was working. So that was my pregnancy, and honestly, I had a very easy pregnancy. True beauty. Rare beauty, sorry. I was never nauseous. I never threw up. I didn't get grossed out by any food. I did have food cravings and I was sleepy all the time. And what's a weird craving is that when me and Ruben were just boyfriend and girlfriend before I got pregnant, when we would go to Carl's Jr., he loved the crisp cut fries from Carl's Jr. and I hated them. I just didn't like them. But when I was pregnant a whole month, I would go every day and get crisp cut fries. I was obsessed. That was what I wanted, or the baby wanted. Ruben actually got symptoms. He loves fish, tacos, anything fish. Wanted to throw up and he didn't like the smell. Just some guys get the symptoms. That was the symptoms. He got them. I only got cravings. This is going on like October, November. My dad still doesn't know that I'm pregnant. And the reason why is because he is very old school. I never took boyfriend to the house, like in my room. I was just scared that I was going to disappoint him. I'm not afraid of my mom, but my dad did not want to disappoint him. So my mom was like, I'm not going to tell him, you're going to tell him. And I was like, well, I'm not going to tell him yet. First month of the pregnancy, we would work out twice a week, once a week. But before I got pregnant, I was actually going with a trainer. So I was paying a lot of money to go with a trainer. And my body was so good, and then I got pregnant. I would still go to the gym, but twice a week because I was very sleepy the first months. December comes and it's time for the gender, and I regret this now that everything happened, but in the moment I didn't know. I didn't want anything because nobody really knew in my family. So I'm the baby of my whole family. So I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to disappoint anybody. I was shy and I was just so scared, which I don't know why, but that's what I felt. So I didn't want a gender reveal and kept it for a while until New Year's. We spent it at my grandma's. And me and Ruben had like a solo moment, the gender reveal. So it was just between me and him, very private. And he thought it was going to be a boy because I was not showing. That's how my dad didn't know. I was not showing at all. So I was fully convinced that I was having a boy. And then we opened the envelope and it was a girl. I was shocked and I was really happy. And by then, my mom went crazy. Every week, like we would go once a week to the mall and just buy so much pretty clothes. Me and my mom would go to Macy's all the time and throw all my money out on baby clothes. My mom would be like, here, like I'll have this with you. I would walk out of there always with bags of clothes and shoes and bows and oh my god, so many cute things. And all me and Ruben would do, we would always, like when we didn't work, I would spend the night at his house on the weekends. We would go out to eat, we would come home, we would nap for hours. I was always at his house and we were both sleeping. I got tired, he was just as tired as me all the time. Let's just watch like videos on YouTube, things that we were gonna need. Just to get to know what are the best options out there and stuff like that. COVID was so strict on, I could only go alone to the doctor, so I was always alone. But they would let me FaceTime Ruben. So I would FaceTime him while he was at work there, just so we can hear the heartbeat and we would get pictures and stuff. So that was my whole pregnancy. Smooth pregnancy, working, sleeping, doctor's appointments, filling the kicks. That was really cute. She was so active. Early, like at 5 and really late at night. Mario. So then everybody started finding out about my dad. So my mom's family found out. Everybody was so happy. That's why I wish I would have done a gender review and told everybody, because everybody was so happy. Baby's a blessing and I was just so scared to tell everybody. I got more cravings, so the crisp cut fries is one craving. And then I would go to Fruteria and buy a cup of watermelon with tahina, limon, and chamoy. It was like every day I would have a cup like that. And towards the end, like my 7th month, oh my gosh, I had donuts like every day. Krispy Kreme, the New York cheesecake donut. Oh my god. I could eat like 5 in a sitting, which is why I gained so much weight at the end. Because of the donuts. I would eat a lot actually. Like I would finish my food and then if Ruben left anything, I would eat it. Every morning my mom would make me a plate of oats, avena, like warm oats with bananas and honey and cinnamon. I wanted that every day. So I ate really good. But those donuts, man, they were the end of me and my weight. I didn't go like overweight or anything, but I got really big at the end. Comes February, and Ruben and his sister and friends, they took a trip to Big Bear. He's like, hey, you want to come? It's like a 2-day trip. We're gonna stay over there. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And I'm over there. I guess my dad got home from work and he was like, where's Samantha? And then she's like, oh, she went to Big Bear with Ruben and some friends. And he's like, oh, ¿y dónde se van a quedar? My mom was like, oh, en una cabaña, in a cabin. And my dad was like, oh, they got their own rooms, right? And my mom breaks it down and is like, ay, Arturo, túmbate el rollo. Está embarazada. So she was just like, stop. She's already pregnant. Like, too late to be asking if they're in separate rooms. The most unexpected thing happened. He started crying of joy, of happiness. He was so happy and he called me right away. He was like, congratulations. I'm happy. I can't wait. And I was just like, oh my God. This whole time he was going to be so upset. I didn't tell anybody I didn't have a gender reveal because I was afraid. I was just so happy. That kind of breaks my heart because, well, I didn't make it more special for Mila like when she's older, but it's okay. Things happen for a reason. She's still so loved. Anyways, in that trip, I didn't know Ruben was gonna propose to me. Right before my dad called me, we had hiked up a mountain. And I sat down because I was so tired and everybody was behind me. And I turned and like with the ring. And he had the ring upside down. I didn't even notice because I was so in shock. So I came home with like so much news, you know. My dad found out I was pregnant. Ruben proposed to me. I'm done with my makeup. I still have to do my hair. This is my top from Urban Outfitters. It's like some mom jeans. And so this is the final outfit. So when I got these jeans from Pretty Little Things, I could not close them. I've had these since I had Mila. I feel like extra baggy, but they're really nice. Have that rip, stylish jeans.